Pankaj Kulkarni. I look after what we call as enterprise verticals across Europe.
So my name is Monty Bhatia. I'm the Executive Vice President at Temenos, and I'm responsible for our global ecosystem alliances and all the partners that we work with.
So firstly, across the BFSI portfolio, the biggest strength that we have is what we call as banking products. We normally refer to that as a crown jewel, and within that crown jewel, I dare say that by a mile, the diamond is Temenos and our Temenos relationship. We have firstly a relationship that spans 25 years. As it happens, my marriage is spanning 25 years. And I can say from my personal experience, if a marriage is thriving for 25 years, there's something much more deeper to it. So that would be the first thing I would lead with. The second part that I would say is the strength of the individuals. We have the largest footprint of Temenos specialists outside of Temenos. So we are in 4 digits, over 1,000 resources that are Temenos specialists, people who know and who have worked on Temenos and have certifications. So to that extent, the people make all the difference in our business, and it is those individuals who are delivering. And the third part is we've had the luxury of experience over this longish period. We've failed a number of times, we've come back up stronger, and as things are, if I take a snapshot now, all those learnings over the past years in terms of getting closer contact with the leadership, in terms of what happens to recover when you fail, in terms of anticipating some of the issues, all of that becomes a feature of this particular partnership. So that to me are the 3 reasons what makes it really special. So Raiffeisen is one of the latest one in a string of successes. We've had for Temenos, we've had probably one of the greatest number of successful implementations, and we've started a maximum number of projects. I think what makes Raiffeisen implementation particularly successful, starting with people, I think, and I want to call out some of the individuals. From our side, it was led by an individual called Muthu, exemplary individual who can really make a big impact. And we had the CEO of Raiffeisen come to our stall today, reiterating the success. The second part is the deep partnership, because when things were going wrong, whether it is data uploads and whether it is testing and things like that, we had a very close contact with the Temenos team, which makes all the difference. And third is some of the accelerators that we have developed and deployed. Now Raiffeisen was in Serbia, so when you go from country to country, each country, each client is unique, but you need to have a residual memory of some of the intelligence of previous successes. So what we have done is those residual memories encapsulated in our accelerators in the IP, which I think contributed to the success.
I say this with all honesty that, and I've said this before, partnership is not just a strategy, it's a mindset. In order to be successful with a partner like Tech Mahindra, we have to change our mindset. And I think Pankaj rightfully pointed out, we have over 1,000 Temenos certified people in Tech Mahindra. We've delivered many successful implementations. Yes, we've faltered in some, but we've recovered, right? The key is recovered, and we've delivered to customer outcomes, right? Tech Mahindra has the skills, the capabilities, the scale, the technology, the innovation, all of those things, all of those ingredients that as a core banking leader we're looking for in a partner. And in order to deliver the customer outcomes, we have Tech Mahindra helping us on several fronts, basically, on our SaaS side, on a platform side, in UK and Ireland. So on payments, on wealth management. So we're partnering with on every aspect of our product portfolio with our partner like Tech Mahindra, and that is the key to success: is changing that mindset, making sure that we're not treating them just as a partner, but as a part of our own entity, right? We talked about it, I think Will Maroney talked about it on the stage today. We have 750 Temenos service people, but we have 8,000 people from our partners. And bringing them together, working as one team, is key to our success to delivering that technology to our banks, to our customers. Well, I see it evolving in many different ways, right? Tech Mahindra is not just an SI anymore for us. This is now going to become a co-innovation, a 360 degrees partnership. That is what is truly needed in order to meet the demands of our customers and and the banks, right? And so we're seeing, and the other part of that is we're seeing the infusion of AI and Gen AI into our daily lives of how we're doing things together, right? From upgrades to new implementations to how we are actually infusing Gen AI into our product development, into our service delivery. All of those things are now playing a place, and Tech Mahindra plays a role in pretty much everything there, right? And so it's very important that we leverage their skills, their scale, and their expertise, and bring our core competency together with them to solve our customers' problems.
So I think we had a change of guard. We had a new CEO come in, Mohit Joshi, and specifically in context of BFSI, that meant a reboot. We were strong earlier. The focus was much more, and with focus, with determination, I think results are a foregone conclusion. So I think performance has been fantastic. Obviously, the flagship bearer of that performance is, for example, I can cite a partnership with Temenos, but we had some really marquee logos come on board. In the last 1 year, I can say this without, unequivocally, that technically last 1 year, 1.5 year, we've signed up 25 new logos with over 10 large banks. I have, of that list of 25, I have 10 logos where I have some form of Temenos partnership to thank for. So I think we took our bets, laid those bets very well, and the after effect of those bets are these wins and these discussions. So it's a brave new world, and we need to do differently. And what we saw in the past versus what we are seeing in the future. So there is talk of AI everywhere. There are numbers thrown, like McKinsey, for example, has talked about 1 trillion of value creation that is happening on AI in the BFSI space alone. Now the point is, where do you get your first 1 million? Forget the billion or trillion that might be there. So it is about identifying the right use cases. You need two things for anything to be a success. You need the tools, and you need to make it right and use the tools correctly. The tools are in form of the likes of Temenos. I think what Temenos announced today in terms of agentic AI and many of the associated corollary announcements point to a new phase of Temenos, which is the next generation tool that can be used. And what we have been doing on our side is making some announcements in the surrounds areas, which actually enables us to use those tools much more effectively.
Complements it, basically.
Complements it.
Absolutely.
Yes. So together, I think that is the way to chart a journey, and not just Temenos and Tech Mahindra. It's a partner ecosystem. So we have the likes of Microsoft and IBM and Red Hat. So the entire ecosystem comes together, and we are stronger together. So once the ecosystem all is aligned, I think the impact then is for everyone to see.
We are changing so fast in the AI world, and how we adapt to it, how we control it, how we govern it is going to be the key to success, right? And what we announced today, specifically around financial crime management and AI Copilot, they are working with our partners like Microsoft. I mean, that is the future. That is how we're going to be doing things. What we've seen, with the adoptions of, somebody told us that, cell phones took 16 years to get to that reach, and those statistics are just mind-boggling how fast AI is entering into our lives. And I think it's for the good if we can control it and put it in the right way. And that's why working together with our partners like Tech Mahindra is very important for us, because they have the skills, the scales, and the knowledge of industry, and we have one of the best core banking products. And together, along with our other ecosystem partners, we can do this in a very, very efficient, cheap, fast, and better way.